Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you Tuesday, June the 28th. The year's 2022. Let's talk trading. Once you go flat, you never go back. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Yeah, I was talking to Walmart last night or yesterday, and I told him, I said, I got a great idea for a video. Title. I said, talking about horizontal lines. He goes, oh, that sounds like one of those clickbait titles. But anyway, yeah, once you go flat, you never go back. The thing about horizontal lines is they're just a level. And for the most part, they're usually fixed. The previous day's high, low, the current day's open, the current week's open, the current monthly open, today's pivot point, any missed pivots. And the thing is, it doesn't matter what time frame you're looking at or chart period, whether it's 1 minute or 1 month or anyone in between. Those horizontal lines are the same. And so you can react to whichever candle or bar you want to. And when price is below the line and it moves up to the line and hits the line, you can then take a long, and hopefully it penetrates the line and gives you an opportunity to take profit. Or if it comes down to that line, you enter short, and hopefully it penetrates that line and gives you an opportunity to take profit. I mean, that's all you want, is that opportunity to take profit. And the funny thing is that even with moving averages, there's going to be some point on a moving average or some moving average crossover that you're going to say, hey, at this level, I'm going to enter. And guess what? You can put a horizontal line there. So unless you're just trading off of what an oscillator or other sub-window indicator tells you, and you're not even really looking at price, where if you've seen some of those charts on drugs, you know what I'm talking about, then that's just a different story. And let me just remind you, in this last trading week of the month, one other thing, and that's risk management. Yeah. Just don't lose any more than you're willing to lose on any one particular trade. I got myself in a little trouble yesterday, and I had to trade my way out of it because I did not do this one little thing. And I know it's one of my psychological problems. I just hate to lose. I hate to, even if I average in, and one side's up and the other side's still down, but overall I've got a profit, I still have a hard time taking that loss. I'm thinking, okay, maybe it'll go all the way back. And a lot of times it doesn't. It'll go back down, and I just keep trading my way out, because usually when I pick a number where I think price is going to go, it usually goes there. Sometimes it might take it a day to get there, but it usually does go there. So let's see, what do we have here? We've got the pound, 389 pips, 390 below the monthly open. We're still in the lower wick zone of the previous month. We're 406 pips off that high and 277 off the low. And then when we zoom into the week, we see we've got a big red candle. We are in the lower wick zone of the previous week's candle. We're 5 pips, 6 pips off that weekly low, 121 off the high, 74 below the weekly open. And looking at the dashboard, we still have one gap to fill. And speaking of the dashboard, I've had a few new traders contact me. Welcome aboard. And you've been inquiring about the dashboard. Even though it's named the TRO 2017 dashboard, even if you want the 2022 donationals, you'll get the latest and greatest version of this dashboard. I should have just called it the TRO dashboard, because what happens is if somebody out there has, I don't care if they have 3 templates, they might have 30 or more. But if I change the name of that indicator, unless you know how to go in and edit templates, which maybe I should show you guys how to do one day, and let me know if you're interested in that, because I can do it. Because in fact, I have to do it. I have written so many indicators, they don't all fit in the navigator window. So anything like TRO training wheels, I have to actually add that indicator into the template. So maybe that will be an upcoming topic. But back to the charts and horizontal lines, you can see we broke below the opening range low, which was yesterday's low at 22.37. And it's real interesting. I got up about 5 o'clock my time, or a little bit before. I knew there was news coming out, and I like the launch pad. So I entered the trade, and I was up like 0.7. And then I hadn't looked at any chart. I actually did this trade on my phone. And then I looked over at the daily chart and I go, oh no, 22.37 is the previous day low. So when price jumped up, and I think it gave me 7 points, I exited. And the next thing you know, it dropped down and right through that low. Right now, though, because we're making these new lows, I'm a green rat just waiting for a entry trigger. And as you can see, we're 80 pips below that weekly low. And we actually hit the weekly open, that is. We actually hit that weekly open at 22.85, went above it slightly, and then fell back below it. For the year, 13.17 below the yearly open. We are inside the inside bar from 3 days ago and inside the inside bar of the week 1 week ago. So a lot of inside bar action to be had. Oh, and also on the dashboard, somebody asked me about the 3-level ZZ dashboard. I mean, that was something I wrote over a decade ago, if I remember correctly. And I haven't, that's all it does is just show you the where price is or where the dots are on each of the time frame for as many pairs that you want to look at. But the 2017 dashboard also includes a 3-level ZZ. Okay, looking at the day once again, 86 pip range, which is kind of low for the pound as of late. So maybe it's just an off day. We had news, bunch of U.S. news. It was good for the dollar, but it seemed like the first reaction was they took the pound up, I guess only to slam it right back down. So we got 2, 4, 5, 10, 11 pairs over 100 pip in range. And let's see, the pound Australian dollar seems to be leading the pack as far as daily range. I mentioned something about the weekly open, daily open right here. You can see 1, 2, 3 hours ago we had a buy zone trigger. Once again, candle color at the horizontal line. You could have gone long at the open, picked up a few pips, came back down, and just follow candle color at the horizontal line. It's really not that difficult. And it looks like the pound wants to go green here. Well, it acted like it wanted to go green on the hourly. As you can see, we're in the rat zone. So I'm just waiting. The green rat zone top is 16.9, call it 17. And right now we've got the original rat at 22.20. See if we can get a candle M15 candle maybe to go green here. It's struggling. Here we go. Bambino Flex said the short, near pivot short, and that paid off huge. Daily pivot taken out, weekly and monthly pivots taken out. In and out of that lower wick zone, in and out of the upper, back to the lower, and you can see here, as I mentioned earlier, I looked up, saw where we were, saw a price had already penetrated the low once, came back up, and then the sellers just took advantage. They really did take advantage. You can see we had a lower high trigger here. You would have had to take that on faith. To see what happens. We also cross the indicator 2 here, which is the EMA 5. Looks like we just almost touched that ATR zone at the bottom here. Made a new low for the day this hour with the high 7 hours ago in the lower, cross below the previous day's low here. I'm wondering why I still have the frequency distribution chart up there. And we've been talking about flip-flops. And I've been using that on the M1. You can see here at the M5, gave you an opportunity. Wall Mall lines 20 didn't pay off so much. The 10 did. You can see the past 4 hours all over 20 pips, meaning probably had a good opportunity. This one here being the golden opportunity, once again, that previous day's low. So, like I was saying, once you go flat, you never go back. Once I just figured out that, those squigglies, that they change depending on your chart period. There's just, for me, there's just no other trade than just simple horizontal line trades. And once again, I've showed you a few different methods. Pick one, stick with it. Because if you start combining, say, the wall mall with the higher low, with the rat, etc., you'll probably be more confused than profitable. So just keep that in mind, because it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the TheRumpledOne. Wait, before I say over out, I should say, hey, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell. I just never remember to do that like most of those YouTubers do. So I remembered it today. So this is the TheRumpledOne, over and out.